Hello everyone and welcome to my official Team of the Year starting 11 predictions. Obviously with something as opinionated as picking a starting 11 for Team of the Year, I just want you to all remember that this is just my personal opinion. Let's not argue, let's not fight about what I mentioned in this video and the players that I do pick, but I am more than willing to listen to some of your guys' picks in the comments below, obviously. Now in my goalkeeper slot I have chosen Alisson. Now this for me was an easy choice because he is the best goalkeeper in the world in my personal opinion. So absolutely this was a no-brainer. I just want to say with the card design on the right hand side, this is a Team of the Year nominee card design. I don't currently have an actual Team of the Year card design just yet, but these are my predicted ratings. So I've gone for Alisson 95 rated. Now my first centre-back choice of today's video is William Saliba. Now I'm pretty sure it's common knowledge that William Saliba during Arsenal's title run last season, William Saliba was the holder in that back line. He was undoubtedly the best defender in the team, and considering it was his debut season in the Premier League, oh my goodness was he unreal. I've gone for a 94 rated. Obviously a really composed player on the ball for a centre-back, and in my personal opinion will grow on to be one of the best centre-backs in world football, undoubtedly. Completing our centre-back pairing, I have chosen Ruben Dias. I personally believe the most complete centre-back in world football right now. Could do a bit of everything. Obviously, he's not as composed on the ball and he's a bit less of a passer than Saliba. But in my opinion, he is just that edge above at the moment. But you can't really compare the both because Saliba's had a bit less time in the Premier League. But as far as comparing them goes, I do think Diaz is that tiny bit step ahead currently, just a bit above Van Dijk, although that's a very sort of controversial discussion as well. I do also want to mention with these card designs, there are no playstyle pluses. I didn't include those just because, I mean, you never really know what EA are going to do. Playstyle pluses are kind of hard to predict, so I chose not to, but I hope you guys can forgive me on that one. So at right back we have Di Lorenzo. I'd probably say the most informed right back of last season, obviously winning the Serie A title with Napoli. This is going to be a quick one, 92 rated. I mean, it's kind of that middle ground for a Team of the Year card. Pretty decent, probably usable in game, we'll have to see. Now left back was a bit of a weird option because there aren't too many like top level left backs in world football currently. I actually think that's a position that's kind of severely lacking, but in this case I've gone for Theo Hernandez just because I'm not going to lie, the times I've watched AC Milan this season, this guy does tend to carry them through games. And like I said, as far as like actually picking a left back who has been the best in the world, you know, the past year, come on, I mean, it's got to be Hernandez. Now our first midfielder of the team is of course Kevin De Bruyne, also known as KDB. I obviously really dislike Man City, but you have to give credit where credit's due with absolutely phenomenal football players, just like this guy. This is one of the best the Premier League has ever seen, and one of the best this position in general has ever seen. And I feel like with Man City winning the treble last season, it feels extremely harsh not to put him in, although obviously he did suffer with injuries for big parts of the campaign. But Manchester City is seriously half of the team without this guy. Now we have Jude Bellingham. Once again, I would feel really harsh if I didn't put him in this team. Obviously had a really good last year while he was still at Dortmund, and now he's kind of moved to Madrid. He's playing a bit more of an advanced role, which I believe also really suits him and kind of allows him to unlock that newly seen kind of potential. I mean, everyone knew he was going to be fantastic anyway, but now he really, in this more creative position, he really is just looking next level. Now to complete our midfield three, we have Jamal Musiala. Now I genuinely do not believe this guy gets enough credit. He is undoubtedly one of the best in the world in this cam role and has shown it time and time again for Bayern Munich. Anyone who watches the Bundesliga on a regular basis or the Champions League, you know how good this guy is. And it's crazy to think that he could have played for England on a national team level, but actually chose Germany. Fun fact if you didn't know. So moving on to our front three now, we have Bukayo Saka. Obviously in the little graphic on the screen he is on the left side, but of course Bukayo Saka is a right winger, and let's not beat around the bush. Arsenal's sort of campaign to compete in the Premier League title race last season, Saka was absolutely detrimental to that football team, and he will undoubtedly be one of the best right wingers in the world, obviously when Salah stops playing football. In the striker position, we have Erling Haaland. I mean, what else is there to say, really? I do feel absolutely awful that Lionel Messi has not been able to make it into this team, as well as Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane as well. Obviously, they're all world-class individuals. Let's not say otherwise. But for me, I've chosen these front three for a reason. Salah's my boy. King Mo, all day, every day. Love the guy. Best right winger in the world. See you guys in a bit.
Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.